Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl, B, Tina B. Hey, and how y'all doing tonight? What's going on with the goings on, y'all? I hope you have had a wonderful day. Yes, I done it again. How you like it? Sometimes you just I like to just switch it up, keep you on your toes. You know what I'm saying? Personality, charm, pizzazz. Living my dreams, you never know what's next. The kind of friend your mama said you need. I'm your homegirl, B Tina B. I'm B Tina B. B Tina B. Hey, it's your homegirl, B Tina B. Hey, and you are here with me for Faith Talks. Thanks so much for chiming in. Thanks so much for chiming in. Listen, guys, it's so much. We're in colorful seasons. We're in colorful seasons, colorful seasons. And so, in colorful seasons, we've been talking about using our magic markers. Now, again, faith is not magic, but I used it, as a metaphor, just so you can remember to mark yourself with the word. Find a word that may encourage you and give you a little triumph and energy doing all this craziness going on in life right now. I mean, because it is absolutely bananas, okay? So listen, started talking to you again with the magic markers. Remember? Just quick talking about how the magic markers, the name came from being able to write on almost anything. And I admonished you to allow the word to be written on your heart. Soften it up so it can be written and hidden in your heart. So when you're going through something, you can pull it up. Hey, boom, it's kind of like magic. Bam, it's there. Use it when you need it. I encourage you to let you know that God provides. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Even when we are in a panic, when we don't know which way to go, when we don't know what we're doing, when life just has us going all different kinds of ways. Honey, 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 I am here to let you know that God will provide. But sometimes we have to position ourselves, you know? So I don't know. Have you used it yet? Have you tried it yet? Have you tried any of these things? We talked about God never leaving you, right? Nor forsaking you. Okay. Um, I wanted to remind you that He is ever present, not just in times of sorrow or bad times. He's with you in the good times. That's why you happy. That's why I can be free. That's why I'm laughing and dancing and I can cut a rug and I can joke and I can laugh because he put it in me. He is with me, honey. In my good times, when I'm laughing, he laughing. He like that girl. Yeah, I made that. I did that. Yeah. I knew she was going to do that. I knew she was going to have all of that. I did. And, he enjoys it. And, I'm like, come on. We got to get to that place of not just calling on him when something is wrong. And when something is wrong or we don't know which way to turn, I'm going to talk to you tonight about the weight gain. Yes, weight gain. So, look, y'all know every 9 days or so, I go from bloomers to bikinis, right? Yes, in 90 days. Honey, no, this is not a Bible study. This is a faith talk. We having conversations. I just went uh, another circle around the sun. I went around the moon where I was reaching for the stars. Yes. And had a classmate of mine that wanted to actually do some stand up. And so I had a little gathering for my birthday. I did a small gathering for game night. And I invited her to come and take the stage. I was so proud of her because that was her first time up. And she made us laugh. Now, it wasn't because she knew what she was doing, but she had the faith that if she got up there, that what she felt in her head and her mind would come out. And I want to shout out Dion. DJ, uh, a DV, excuse me, DV, for doing an excellent job. I was so proud of you, so very proud of you, and I hope you continue to move forward in your dream. But it's something about when I got there, had friends there. We started playing our little games, doing my little hungry, hungry hippo. Yes, I said hungry, hungry hippo because there's a kid in me. There is a reason why my pictures are animated because I'm animated. I want to bring a little bit of joy. I don't want to ever lose that little bit of kid that is still within me. That kid within me tends to flourish and gives me the energy that I need to go through some situations sometime, whether they be difficult or whether they not be difficult. But sometimes you still got to find that little kid that's on the inside of you that can show up on the outside of you to help you to just enjoy life, okay? Not to just exist, but to enjoy life. And as I was saying, as we were thinking about it, I do my little, walks or ride my bike. So weather's been kind of bad, so I haven't been able to do anything. And so I recognized that I had gained some weight. hmm Gained a little bit of weight. And I was like, well, ooh, where'd that come from? And I thought about it. And as I was looking and going through and I said, wow, this doesn't bother me like it used to. Because I had been upset earlier this year about some things that had happened and like some losses we've had, some significant losses. Not just in my life, but in others' lives, and things not happening always the way we wanted to or when we wanted to. And I don't know. My mindset changed. And when my mindset changed, I guess I stopped going from worrying. There was a song that said, as soon as I stop worrying how the story ends, I let go and I let God have his way. That's when things start happening. I stopped looking at back then. I let go and I let God have his way. Now that's what I do. Now I'm telling you, you ain't got to do it, but that's what I do. But I'm just telling you to try it, okay? So I recognize that as I stop trying to fix things myself, as I stop trying to do things myself, and I will fall back and I will wait to hear some kind of, or see, kind of read something, hear something, uh, seek something from the Lord, I begin to get my strength back. I mean, literally, I felt like, having my little Superman, Wonder Woman, Xena, Warrior, Princess days. Yeah, I got my strength back. Yeah, because I wasn't running, trying to do so much. And you lose. There are times in life when you're doing so much that what's in you, strong and good and mighty and efficient. I mean, all of those things that are in you, you have to replenish. You have to rest and you have to get direction because you'll find yourself trying to make things happen, or do things that you don't need to do just quite yet. You have to fall back and you just have to wait. And there's no harm in it. Because when you wait, you gain strength and you gain knowledge. There's a balance. It's a yin and a yang. Sometimes you just got to do it and go for it. And when you do it and go for it, you got to keep doing it and going for it. And while you're doing it and going for it, the results will manifest. But you have to wait for the results to manifest while you're doing it and going for it sometimes too. Yeah, it's a balance. It's a balance. You do, you wait, you go, you keep moving. And as you continue to move, and in time, it's just like dating sometimes, and you see, or the guy see you, and he be trying to holler at you and stuff like that, and you be like, hey, how you doing, or whatever, and you just like trying to figure it out, and he waits for the right time to come to you, to approach you, maybe when nobody's around, or he may wait until he gets his confidence, because if you're not sure of yourself and you want to ask somebody out, it didn't always go the right way. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta wait. Sometimes you gotta do some things and figure some things out. But while you're waiting on the manifestation of the work that you've poured into something, or whether it be that you are waiting before you take that leap of faith, you will gain strength when your faith and your focus is on God. Ain't that good? Just little stuff. Just little stuff. I mean, I want you to know that he said I read, not he said, because I know everybody don't read the Bible and stuff, but this is where I find strength. And I remember getting a little weary, and he said, the word of God says that they that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings of eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Because you waited. And waiting is sometimes getting that impression on your heart, or that word from the Lord that will strengthen you, reminding you that he will provide and that he will never leave you, nor will he forsake you. Yes. Weight gain. Weight gain. Wait and get that knowledge of him. You can get the knowledge from him. And your strength is renewed. You're in a position where what was weighing you down, or either worrying you, didn't weigh you down or worry you anymore, because you learned how to wait. Because we know that God will provide, and that he will never leave us, nor will he forsake us. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Absolutely beautiful. It's amazing how see somebody that got a comment up here I missed. Hey Angela, how you doing? South Carolina in the house. We know about waiting, don't we? We know about waiting. We wait until we can hang out and go on another girls trip. We're waiting for this pandemic to be over. Because I know you tired, because I'm tired. Y'all, this is one of the hardest. This has been challenging because I'm a person that likes to embrace others. And I have to wait. Every now and then, I slip up. But that was one of the reasons why I continued to stay at home. Because I knew me. Okay? And because I knew me, I knew that I needed to wait some things out. Because I didn't want to get sick, and I didn't want anybody else to get sick. You know who else realized that they needed to wait? Gabby. No, Simone. That was Simone. Wow. Honey, do you see how much strength she had? Because it takes courage to say, no, this is not for me right now. Not for my mental. There's strength in that. Because the first thing we or onlookers would have said, has she continued to go? Has she hurt herself? Or has she not have done as well? Oh, she should have waited. Maybe she should have waited. Oh, well, she pushed away. Well, You got to find out what works for you and be in that moment for you. Remember, you got to ask yourself, is this hurting somebody else? Or is it hurting you? And sometimes you gotta take care of you. And a lot of times we bypass ourselves, don't we? Yeah, we do. We bypass ourselves. And so all I want to do is talk about, I'm not giving you a whole bunch of scripture. I'm just giving you words that come from the scripture that are your magic markers to help build you up, to help strengthen you. Little snippets that says God provides, that he'll never leave you, nor will he forsake you. And if you wait on him, if you wait on his instruction, he will renew your strength. Am I right about it? Anybody got a time when they had to wait? Angela, did you have a moment or a memory of when you had to wait? You can share it at any time. But I just want people just to be encouraged. We're going to have different guests on throughout the Faith Talk series. And I want those guests to be able to share with you what their faith has done for them. I want them to be able to share with you their loss of faith, because sometimes we lose faith. Let's talk about that. There are times when our faith get weary. There's times when there is no faith at all. And then there's a time when our faith is restored. Right now, these are just tidbits and little talks just to help to encourage you to wait. She had to, yes, when starting your own business. Ain't that something? Woo-wee, scare you sometimes, don't it? It can be so powerful. It can be so strong. And you like, oh my God, is this about to happen? And it can actually scare you, and you become stagnant. And you like, okay, I don't know which way to move. And then you're like, well, no, I got to do this. Well, I got to do that. And I got to do this. But then you realize that part, right? And then you realize, you know what? This was upon my heart to do. This is something this is part of my purpose. And when you walk out in your purpose, I truly believe that God will meet you there. He's already purposed it in your heart. So provision is already there. And he's with you in the process. So continue to do what you know to do. And when you don't know what to do, learn how to wait. You'll gain muscle. Everybody thinks weight gain is a bad thing. Weight gain isn't a bad thing. Waiting allows you to gain that which you need to maneuver in life, in love, and whatever else you got to have going on in your life. Listen, I'm so excited that I had you here with me on tonight with Faith Talks. There's so much more to come. So much more to come. I hope you get a chance to go back and watch Music, Love, and Ministry with Richard and Carrie Nixon. Yeah, 50 years of love. Also, I have Danny and Danny and Shamika Smith. Also, I have we had Stanley and Renee Flake. Music, Love, and Ministry. And we have a few more guests that'll be coming on. And we'll do the Music, Love, and Ministry every other Saturday. We have Chosen Child that'll be coming back because he's getting ready to drop a new album. And excited about that little young man. He's out in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And it is just good just kind of fellowship and just to hear from a young person's perspective how his faith has propelled him forward and how he is using it in the hip hop genre to encourage people of his age. So it's just a lot going on, and all is not lost. All is not lost. And yes, honey, and we have to listen. Girl, you said that. If you ain't say a mouthful, we have to listen. Sometimes we don't. And sometimes we don't. I'm gonna tell you something that, and I'm gonna get up out of here because I have another engagement this evening. But I was talking to my son the other night, and we were just having, conversations because we talk about faith and life and whatever. And I remember him saying that the righteous, we had this conversation, scarcely make it in. I want people to stop thinking that they have to be perfect in order to have faith or to commit their life to Christ or to just live on a day-to-day basis. It's not about being perfect. It's about striving for perfection. And when you mess up, just get back up. Do your best to fix it and walk it out in faith, knowing that God is with you. And when you do your best to do it His way, He will cover you, He will keep you, He will provide for you, and He will never leave you, nor will He forsake you. I'm not saying you got to do it. I'm just saying you need to try. Try Him on for size. Try His word out. Apply it to your life. Repeat it. Act on it. Do it. And see what happens. Who knows? Everything else you try, why not try faith? It's your girl, B Tina B on the fly. And I'm out.